Alright guys, there's a video I've been wanting to make. It might be a little controversial because people have such a hard time understanding each other these days, but I just had to make the video anyways. I'm gonna just share my thoughts with you, and if you want to hash it out in the comments, then go right ahead. So I'm gonna share just a few stories with you to illustrate the point. The first experience is going to be a little bit hard to share, but a lot of people who know me know that I lost my first daughter during labor. She died at birth, and in the weeks and months that followed, I was just overwhelmed with so many questions about her life and her existence. And one of the things that really got me was, how could I love a human being so much that I never got to meet? My love for her could not possibly have been based on anything that she did or didn't do. It was there. But the amazing, beautiful thing about love and about feeling that kind of love is that you recognize it. You've felt this type of unconditional love for people before. I've had experiences in the past where I was in a public place just kind of quietly watching people, and I felt unconditional love for everyone that I saw. There was a time when I was Mormon and I was one of the leaders over the young women in the church, and I suggested that for Christmas time we go to the prison and visit some of the inmates, maybe give them some type of gift. Because I figured if Jesus were on the earth, he was the kind of person who would want to visit those prisoners, those who were sick. And one of the other leaders told me that that was the weirdest idea ever, that she had been to the prison before and she had felt a super sick feeling the whole time, just this evil spirit there. That just really made me realize that the feelings of good and evil that you feel are 100% based on your perception and not based on reality. Because the feelings that I felt for those inmates that I'd never even met was just an unconditional love that I had for all of humanity. And here's the thing. I had studied a lot of psychology in my life because I love psychology. And in studying about the way that our mind works, you can see that so many of our decisions and behaviors in our life come from the programming and the upbringing and the environment that we were in as a child. And if you were to look at just one person's story, and you were to see their childhood, their upbringing, the things that happened to them in their life, if you were able to experience them fully, as if you were a God that knew every single emotion that that person had felt, then you would fully understand why they had made every decision that they made. So I had always been taught that God was perfect, that he knows all of those things. He knows every thought, every emotion, every experience that you've had in your life. But not only that, that he loves unconditionally. Here's the thing, if I, in my little tiny version of unconditional love, could see a person's story and could understand why they did all the things that they did in their life, I would want to give that person all of the chances for all of eternity to make right the things that they did wrong. And if I would want to save this person, then why wouldn't God? Every action that you take has a natural consequence. And what religion has done is it's added on this extra consequence on top, where you are either going to go to heaven or hell, where we have a set of rules about the things that are bad and the things that are good. And the thing is, we don't need that set of rules to make good choices. We can look at the natural consequence of something and we can decide if we want that consequence or not. People have to have this moral code that we're enforcing because we think that if we didn't have it, everyone would just go haywire and do all the bad things in the world. But you look at the animal kingdom. If you do a Google search on animals showing compassion, I can promise you will find some fascinating things. We, like other animals, have evolved to show compassion toward one another. This moral code is not something that we read in a book. It's actually inherent. And when you look at the animals who don't have the Bible to guide them, and you see that they are capable of showing compassion, you can see that this is an intrinsic and inherent thing that humans have to show compassion to one another. And it's not something that we're only doing because it says to do it in this book. The animals don't have that book. But the message that I really want to get across is that you, as a living being, are infinitely and inherently valuable, that your value is not based on anything that you have or haven't done, anything that you should or shouldn't do, that your value just is. As humans, we are so capable of taking upon ourselves the feeling of shame. Shame is one of the most destructive emotions on the planet. Check out Brene Brown. She has some amazing research on shame. This feeling that we have as humans called shame is only enhanced by religious teachings. I could go so much more into the damaging aspects of instilling fear in small children, of teaching them about hell, threatening them with the punishments of God. There are a lot of problems with the fear-based teachings that come with religion, how damaging and destructive and shame-filled they are. But I can cover those in another video. In this video, I just really wanted to get the message across that you are infinitely valuable, that your value is not based on your behavior, that this never-ending list of rules that we've been given by these different religions are just a way to micromanage humanity, that true love for another human or another creature is unconditional. That's the nature of love. After escaping from a religion with so many rules, I just felt like this is something that's so important, and it's not only prevalent in Mormonism to feel this shame, to feel not good enough, but it's prevalent throughout the world of religion. So a lot of people, after you leave Mormonism, immediately want to know, do you still believe in God? Are you still a Christian? Do you still believe in the God of the Bible? And my answer is no, I do not still believe in the God of the Bible, and there are many reasons for that, which I can cover in so many other videos. But what I do believe in is unconditional love, because that's something I felt my entire life that didn't have to be given to me by my religion. That was something I already felt as a child. That's one of the things that religion used as proof that they were true. Anytime I felt unconditional love for another living being, my religion used it as proof to me that their church was true. But unconditional love in its pure form, just as an emotion that you are feeling, it does not prove any religion true. It's just at the core of who we are as human beings. Anyways, have fun debating these concepts in the comments. I'm happy to hear your thoughts, and I hope to see you in the next video.